We normally play video games as a bit of an escape from the day in, day out routine of our jobs.
Wait, your job involves playing video games?
Yes, I'm trapped. Help me. But if you have a particularly exciting, nerve-wracking job like international spy, nuclear bomb defusal expert, or White House press officer, perhaps you want to come home and play a game about having a more ordinary, sedate profession. Like these games, for instance, that recreate professions so fantastically conventional, so authentically repetitive, we're surprised we didn't also receive a uniform, a name badge, and an invitation to join the Cycle to Work scheme. Here are 7 ordinary jobs that you won't believe got their own game, and beware of spoilers for some jobs you might get in the future, I guess.
Level 5 is a developer best known for the Professor Layton games, but clearly being a genteel professor of archaeology was much too exciting and dramatic for some people. That's the only explanation for their decision to publish Aeroporter on the 3DS eShop, which casts you as one of the unsung heroes of the airport, a baggage handler. And by baggage handling, we mean moving luggage around, not helping people through their psychological hang-ups. Though if we're prepared to play this, we'd probably play that one as well. Aeroporter might have a simple interface, but don't let that fool you. You'll be dealing with thousands of passengers during every game, none of whom want to arrive at their destination and open their suitcase to find somebody else's underwear. At least I certainly hope not. This relatively straightforward puzzle game boils down the job into its most essential elements. Your duties as an aeroporter include sorting bags to the correct carousels, managing multiple departures at once, and presumably resisting the urge to just ride around on the airport conveyor belts when everyone else has gone home. It's all fun and games until someone accidentally gets shipped to the Sudan. Perform well enough at your job and you'll even get to choose the colour scheme for the planes, which probably isn't a standard perk if you're a baggage handler in real life. Hey, if you're going to put me in charge of design and branding, I'm going to need a raise and access to the first class lounge buffet snacks table. In fact, forget the raise and just make with the snacks.
Forget about the Lantern George stars of first-person shooter games. For my money, the real heroes are the ones who make sure I don't end up living on top of a giant mountain of takeaway pizza boxes. Which is the message behind Recycle, Garbage Truck Simulator. Sanitary worker isn't the most glamorous of jobs, sure, and it's almost certainly among the whiffiest, but it's necessary so that our cities don't turn into the opening scene from WALL-E. Only without adorable robots, in which case what's even the point? Recycle isn't just about driving a garbage truck though. It puts you in charge of a growing garbage collection empire in the appropriately named city of Wasteville, starting with you buying a license to operate in a single street. Wait, you're supposed to pay to rummage around in people's bins. Someone should notify all those tabloid journalists. Get your street license and you can choose to drive the truck around yourself, collecting rubbish, operating the big crushing machinery, and having a guy casually hanging onto the back of the truck like a sort of high-vis Marty McFly. All the fun of garbage collection, none of the actual piles of used tea bags or smashed up eggshells. Successfully dispose of everyone's rubbish, license more routes, and buy multiple vehicles and locations, and one day you could own your own landfill and landfill bulldozer. Ah, the sweet smell of success. At least I think that's success. Might be garbage.
Living in space isn't all saving the galaxy and romancing blue aliens, you know. Even the Normandy needs a good mop every so often to prevent it getting all clogged up. Don't ask with what. Viscera cleanup detail identifies that even in the far-flung future, it's going to be someone's job to head out there and keep all those shiny sci-fi surfaces gleaming. What we didn't realise was quite how similar it would be to a cleaning job here on boring old Earth. It still involves getting the mop and bucket out and slopping some soapy water around. When they say the future's bright, it's because I'm here scrubbing the hell out of it. The main difference in Viscera cleanup detail is what you're cleaning up. Unlike the sort of earthbound sanitation jobs you might encounter as a contract cleaner, it's usually the aftermath of some awful alien invasion and there are human body parts strewn across the space station. As to whether that's worse than the day after a 21st century office Christmas party, who's to say? At least you're not cleaning the IT manager's sick out of a pot plant. The biggest challenge in Viscera cleanup detail is maintaining focus on such a repetitive task. You would not believe how easy it is to accidentally trail a load of spaceman guts back into areas you've already cleaned, meaning everything takes 3 times as long as it should. And no, you don't get paid overtime if the job takes you until 2 AM. You don't get paid at all, in fact. Wait, why am I playing this when my own kitchen floor is filthy?
To be completely honest, our interest in pizza begins and ends with the eating thereof. But it turns out that apparently the pizzas we eat don't just hurtle to Earth from outer space, still warm from re-entry. They have to be prepared by someone, in this case, the employees of a pizza restaurant. Pizza Tycoon tasks you with running that restaurant, mostly on the business side of things, though if you want to roll up your sleeves and cover a pizza with carrots, spinach and broccoli, you can. You monster. Most of the time though, you'll be taking out loans, balancing the books and attempting to grow your pizza empire across the entire pizza-themed planet. I'm slightly concerned that the entire population of Spain has been crushed beneath giant pineapple rings. Still, what a delicious way to go. Just because this is an ordinary job, that doesn't mean you can't occasionally spice things up in business as well as in the kitchen. In what is almost certainly an unfair stereotype of Italian-American small business owners, you can send the mafia in to work over your competitors. For Tuesdays is the offer I can't refuse. But steer clear of a life of crime, and the majority of the time all you have to worry about is the feng shui of restaurant decor and dealing with snippy realtors. Was that guy's face a pizza? I think I might have been doing this job for too long.
PC game House Flipper is nothing to do with being an angry giant on a rampage through suburbia, and everything to do with being an extremely conventional property developer. In it, you buy, renovate and decorate houses, painting walls, buying furnishings, and generally playing the role of a frustrated interior designer. Sort of like The Sims, only without the Sims. It should just be called The. In House Flipper though, the end goal is to sell the house for the maximum profit at auction. So you'll want to start with a property that's flood damaged, filled with unidentifiable detritus and riddled with dodgy electrical wiring. Or as I like to call it, student accommodation. Then it's time to get to work, cleaning the place from top to bottom, plastering walls, replacing damaged plug sockets and fitting radiators. You know, the sort of stuff you usually call your dad about. And though some installations are relatively straightforward, installing something like a shower is a complex, multi-stage process. It's almost soothing, slowly piecing together bits of plumbing and turning an uninhabitable hovel into a prime piece of real estate. Then it's time to head to auction and get extremely precious about the criticisms of prospective buyers. I'll have you know, cockroaches make extremely loyal and durable pets. One thing is for sure, we've battled the forces of evil plenty, but this is definitely the only video game where we've spent a substantial amount of time assembling toilets. Not quite on the same scale as saving the universe, but a change is as good as a rest.
Oh no!
That's a terrible idea. Oh.
No wonder I dropped a book.
Why would you listen to me?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You have no one to blame but yourself.
Okay, right, here we go. Let's work. Gainful employment.
The first workspaces akin to modern office buildings emerged in the 1700s. But unlike the central administration of the 18th century East India Company, the modern office contains such innovations as computers, telephones, and donuts. In virtual reality game Job Simulator, you participate in simulations of everyday jobs. And in the office work portion of the simulator, you can really indulge your appetite for non-specific administrative employment without any of the inconvenient commuting or having someone eat your lunch from the office refrigerator, even though you specifically labelled it with your name. Joke's on you though, because I licked everything in that lunchbox. So there. We're not even entirely clear what the job is, sort of like how you never really knew what Chandler did in Friends, but it involves transferring calls and assessing staff members, you know, office stuff. The wrinkle in Job Simulator is that its full title is Job Simulator: The 2050 Archives, because the game is actually meant to be a digital exhibition at a supposed job museum, where people go to learn what it's like to do various jobs. So, what did we learn about office work? I'm not sure, but I think it's that donuts are crucial. This calls for some real-world, non-simulation experiments. Now, where are my donuts?
I ate them!
Well, the joke's on you, because they had sprinkles on them before.
Oh.
The licking.
Oh, there's horrible stale old donuts in here.
This is cybersecurity at its finest. Stop going through the trash.
Eat it!
Dare I?
In your mouth. Put it in your mouth.
Oh no!
Right up everywhere.
I was sick all over my workstation.
YouTuber's life simulates the ordinary job of being a YouTuber. What? It's ordinary to us. Kicking off where all YouTubers start, in their bedroom with a crappy low-resolution webcam, YouTuber's life is surprisingly technical, even for supposed professional YouTubers like ourselves, asking you to organise your setup, perform on camera, and edit the videos yourself. Man, if only it were that quick in real life. Of course, with all these variables to consider, there are lots of ways to fail. Get your microphone settings wrong, for example, and you could waste your PC's precious limited rendering power on a substandard video. Of course, we'd never make such a basic technical error. It's not all spouting misinformed opinions to millions of viewers either. In YouTuber's world, you have to take care of your education, studying for exams that you're secretly hoping to have no need of when you become a millionaire YouTuber at age 19. Yeah, any day now, Mum. Yeah. Also, could I borrow a £5? YouTube fame and fortune comes far more rapidly than in real life, otherwise you'd be playing this thing for years. But be warned, just like being a real YouTuber, you'll have to deal with instant feedback from the comment section as soon as you upload your video. Man, some of those look awfully familiar. Anyway, please do like and subscribe, guys. No, really, please. Please do. The buttons are down there. I really need to make rent, please.
Yeah! Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to see some more, we have a video up here about a bunch of people who had normal jobs and you screwed them over as the hero of the game. And down here we have a video from Outside Extra about games so meta they freaked you out. Please subscribe here and we'll see you next time.